heavyweight champion of the world. First defense, Alfredo Evangelista. 7th round action. Evangelista, not a worthy opponent. Finished off in that 7th by that right. Second defense, the awkward, hard-to-hit Ozzy Ocasio, but not too hard to hit for Holmes. That right there, the second of 3 knockdowns. Ocasio went in the 7th. Third defense, Mike Weaver. Proved to be a tough cookie for Holmes. Punished Holmes here in the 11th round. And then, that right uppercut put Weaver down. He couldn't come to himself in the 12th round. Look, an easy target. And finally, the official had to come in and stop the contest. Last defense, September 28, 1979, Ernie Shavers. In the early going, Holmes totally dominant. That long left, cutting Shavers badly about the right eye. But in the 7th round, Ernie fighting desperately. That right there, floored Holmes. Might have turned the tide of the battle, but it didn't. Holmes got to his feet, staggered momentarily, resumed control with his left. In the 11th round, Ernie couldn't lift his arms in self-defense. The official checked Shavers. Ernie said, "I'm okay, I can go on." But clearly, he couldn't. Back to the task when Holmes and the official stopped the fight. So much for the boxing history of Larry Holmes. We'll be back in just a moment with an interview with Larry Holmes. A familiar scene set, ladies and gentlemen. This reporter with Larry Holmes, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. Fighting Lorenzo Zanon, I have to wonder, quite candidly, why you took the match. If you knock him out within 3 rounds, they'll say that was expected of him because Zanon's a chump. And if you don't, they'll go at you all over again that you're not really a great champion. So why take the match?
Well, Howard, for one thing, I feel that it's another stepping stone closer to the other goal that I set out. And I don't feel that Zanon is a less opponent that people think he is. I feel this man fought his way to this position. I feel that he deserves the opportunity to fight for the championship. And I'm being a people champion, a fighter champion. I want to give all fighters the opportunity to fight for the championship.
At the same time, you might have pointed out you took Weaver too lightly. You don't want to do that here, just as a matter of precaution.
This is why I work very hard. I worked 6 weeks for this fight. I'm in very good shape. I weigh in about 213. I'm punching hard. I'm strong. I feel much better about myself. And this is why, Howard. I don't want to make the same mistake twice.
Larry, the way you've been talking, or at least quoted as talking, in the press over the recent days has caused me to wonder about you. You're now 30 years of age, and you're already talking about getting out of the business. Why this sudden tack?
Well, for one thing, Howard, I feel that I can go as long as boxing's let me go. And everybody knows after I get out the game, somebody else is going to come. We're not here forever. They got good fighters that have been here before me, and they're gone. And I don't feel to be around forever either, Howard. So I just want to do what I can for the game of boxing and then make a good living for myself and go to the game with all my faculties. And, then I'll be happy with myself.
But you've got one target left, and that's John Tate. Unification of the championship in your hands, arms, and body.
Yeah, I feel that John Tate, he's just another object in my way. He's just like another Zanon. He's something that brings me closer to what I really want. John Tate is not a champion. He's just a promoter's champion. I'm the people's champion, the fighting champion. I have demonstrated my talent, fought for the championship. I have gained the recognition and the respect from the people. So I don't even think about John Tate. I just know that he's another stepping stone closer to my goal, and whenever that day comes, I'm ready for it.
You're wearing a medal given to you by the JCs, selected as one of the 10 men in America to be most admired. You've got to be very proud of that.
Yes, Howard, this is why I'm wearing it. I feel that not every man gets this opportunity to wear such a medal, especially in the JCs. I follow behind one great guy in the game, is Joe Louis. Joe Louis is the only fighter that ever received this award, and I feel very honored, privileged that the JC chose me. The former President Gerald Ford nominated me to be one of the top outstanding young men in the country, and I just feel very honored that I was selected.
Congratulations. Good luck to you against Zanon, though I don't think you'll need it.
Howard, you need luck all the time, and thank you. I really appreciate it, but we all know that I'm in shape, and nobody can stay in the ring with me when I'm in shape.
All right, we're back live. Ringside, Las Vegas, Nevada. That's Lorenzo Zanon. He weighed in at 215 pounds. And I believe Larry Holmes is on. Larry Holmes in the ring. Larry Holmes, who is still hurt and sensitive over the fact that he doesn't feel he's gotten enough public recognition as a good, solid heavyweight champion of the world. Lorenzo Zanon, last time I saw him fight in this arena, I call that fight, it was against Jerry Quarry. For 9 rounds, Zanon outboxed Quarry all over the ring. In the 10th round, he went out. He went out from a series of punches that were more invisible than the anchor punch of Ali in Lewiston, Maine on May 25th, 1965. He did win the European crown, beating Evangelista in what amounted to a sleepwalking contest, but then forfeited that crown when he didn't seek to defend it in accordance with boxing authority dictates. Instead, he took this fight against Larry Holmes.
He weighs 213 1/2 pounds. He is the
Chick Hull, the ring announcer, in the
Larry Holmes.
Eastern Assassin has a new Cone Frere in his corner wearing a cowboy hat. You'll remember him, Fred the Hammer Williamson, the old Kansas City defensive back turned movie actor. Meantime, it's the two fighters. There is the Hammer. The late Vince Lombardi told you what happened to the Hammer when Green Bay beat Kansas City in the first Super Bowl game ever. That's football reason. Right now, we're getting ready for this contest. Quickly, the officials. The referee from Mexico City is Ray Solis. And the judges who will be doing the scoring, Art Lurie, Charles Minker, and Harold Buck, all Nevada officials. First round action underway. 20-foot ring, 10-point must scoring system, 3 knockdown rule wave, no saving by the bell. Except, of course, the 15th round, the fight would be ended. Holmes always using that quick, sharp left jab. But Zanon himself, the possessor of a left jab, though he often jabs while retreating, and you can't score damage that way. Zanon fought a draw with another Italian heavyweight, Alfio Righetti. Give you an idea of that. Righetti was just recently knocked out in the first round by an American club fighter, Terry Mims. Holmes jabbing. With his own jab. Holmes with a quick combination to the belly. First round action. After Quarry had won over Zanon, Jerry was so impressed by it that he went into permanent retirement.
All right.
round is wearing down. And the end of the round. Round 2 just underway, live from Las Vegas, Nevada. Round 1, a dancing contest, the edge to Holmes, the use of his left jab. Zanon with his back to you. Good right lead by Holmes. There's the quick darting left. That left can sting you. 213 is the second heaviest weight Holmes has fought at. He was 214 for the defense against Ocasio. Your faces in Holmes' corner, led by Richie Giacchetti. Freddie Brown, as good a corner man as there is in the business. Old great veteran. Cutman. What an artist. Berto Brancini, Octavio Tazzi, Giovanni Brancini in the corner of Zanon. You again, because of what you may have read in print, that Zanon is not the European champion. Mistakenly, that may have appeared in certain advertisements in print. He did win the European Championship against Evangelista, but then Boxing International authorities, rump organizations though they are, took it away from him when he elected to fight Holmes instead of an opponent they had designated. Seconds left to go. Round 2. Holmes a little bit bothered by Zanon. End of the round. Round 3 underway. Zanon with his own left jab, mainly on the retreat. He's in trouble, Holmes, who hasn't looked that good or that sharp, though we've only gone 2 rounds. Right there, you saw what I mean. Zanon flicking the jab. Zanon is getting that jab in there. At the start of the round, I thought Holmes was going to take a different tack. Take some of that left, get in there, and try and score a knockout quickly. Looked like he was ready to try that tactic, but we're back in the pattern of the first 2 rounds, except that Zanon is getting his left in more than he had in the prior 2 rounds. Minute and a half to go this round, and I'd like to alert our local stations along the line. At the end of this round, we'll take a station break. foot movement. Now, against the ropes, one might have thought that Holmes could have capitalized more than he did. Coming to the end of the third round. And Zanon is there. We'll be right back with more of the Holmes-Zanon World Heavyweight Championship fight, WBC version, after this word from our local stations.
One of these...
Fourth round action. First 3 rounds have been less than awe-inspiring, and Holmes has not been impressive. Zanon, with his own left, was troubling Holmes, especially in the third round. Now Larry looks like he's going to work. There's the right lead, and how quickly Zanon went down. One blow. Zanon up, shaking his head. Fight resumes with 45 seconds into the fourth round. One right lead did it. Zanon trying to reestablish his own left jab, trying to move, but covering now, and the movement isn't what it was in the first 3 rounds. Another right, and Zanon goes down. Quickly, he is up, right above us. A minute 12 into the round, 13. The fight will resume. 3 knockdown rule is waived. Title fight. If Zanon tries to mix it up with Holmes, the departure will be immediate. Well, let's see if Larry lets Zanon get off the hook. 50 into the round. It's fourth round action, 2 knockdowns in the round. There's the right, Zanon's ready to go. Calling that a knockdown because Nevada had eliminated the standing 8-count rule. Right there, a violation of Nevada's own rule by Ferd Hernandez, the referee. Or rather, Ray Solis, the referee from Mexico City. Well, so there have been 2 knockdowns and a standing 8-count. And the round is almost ready to close out. End of the round. We'll stay with the fighters. Zanon 3 times. 2 on the canvas, 1 standing. And there is, or was, Zanon. Here is Holmes. Let's take a look at the knockdown. One of them. First one. There's the right. Quick, sharp right. Bang. It did follow a left. It was not a right lead.
Just like it did when we said to go back out there, right? Settle down. Settle down. Same pattern.
Listen to Rich Giacchetti. Settle down. Same pattern. No problem. The ice bucket over the big puffy area under Zanon's left eye.
Space. Then set him up for the right hook, okay? Right. Let's go. Do it.
Set him up for the right hook. Rich, you mean right cross. All right. 5th round action. Left in there. That sets up the right. Or it should. Right by Zanon. Brought some noise from the crowd. In the past, you've seen Larry use the ring. This is a 20-foot ring, dancing around, peppering with the left. He hasn't done that in this fight, as Zanon got his left into Holmes' face. And at 10 seconds into the round, Holmes looking to use the right. Zanon flicking the left jab that troubled Larry the first 3 rounds. Minute 30 on in the round. So far, it's a good round for Zanon. Maybe his best after the 3 counts against him in the 4th round. Minute left to go in round 5. Zanon connect that. It's a very good round for Zanon. And a most unimpressive follow-up by Holmes to a round where he had Zanon ready to go. Not once, but twice, and couldn't finish him off. End of the round. Zanon. Round 6, live from Las Vegas. Yes, it's gone 5 rounds already. There were 2 knockdowns by Holmes, and there's the right. Immediately, Zanon gets hit with the right. He's in trouble. 2 knockdowns in the 4th and a standing 8 count in the 4th. Holmes has not been impressive. He has shown virtually no movement. Zanon has worked his jab effectively against Larry. One would have looked for lateral movement from Holmes, staying away from that jab and then pummeling Zanon with the right. But he hasn't done it. Now he's trying to put him away by walking in, taking a little punishment, and banging Zanon. Goes down rather easily. Sixth round. 3 quick left jabs by Zanon. 1 answering, 1 by Holmes. You can see for yourselves that Holmes is not fighting a good fight tactically. Right there, Larry almost desperately trying to put him away. Not fighting with the skill. that one would expect from a heavyweight champion. There he goes from the right again. How quickly. This should do it. He looked at his corner. In perfect candor, it didn't appear that he wanted it to go on. Sounds harsh, I know, but you saw him look at his corner. And so it's over in the 6th round. An inglorious fight from all angles. Sugar Ray Leonard shaking his head in disbelief as he walked away. Larry Holmes still the champion. But he's got some work ahead of him because he did not look impressive in this fight at all.
Ladies and gentlemen,
there's the announcement.
The time, 2 minutes, 39 seconds of the 6th round.
Now watch.
And
the left and then the right.
Of the world,
always it was the right.
Holmes.
2 minutes, 39 seconds of round 6. Holmes is still the champion. And we'll be back to talk with Larry. And I really want to talk with him quite candidly in just a moment, here live in Las Vegas. You're looking at Larry Holmes as he makes his way along the ring apron, onto the steps, and down to talk with us. And even as he approaches us, let's look at the final knockout punch again. There was a long left jab that got in there, and then the right. And Zanon was down for the 3rd time in the fight. There had been, in violation of Nevada's own rules, which I've rechecked with the ringside officials, a standing 8 count, erroneously called by Ray Solis, the Mexico City referee. All right. Here we are. There's the camera, Larry. Question number 1. In the round when you floored him twice in the 4th round, the standing 8 count was counted. Did that stop you, do you feel, from knocking him out then?
Yes, Howard, I do, because we all know standing 8 count is for amateurs. We're professionals. I think we should act as in a manner or as professionals. If it was me going down, I wouldn't want to stand in 8 count. Let the guy do what he got to do, and let the day be short as possible.
So then quite clearly your position is you would have knocked him out in the 4th.
I felt so, Howard, because I was ready to go. I was warmed up, and I felt that I could have taken him out.
All right, now, you know I like you. You know I respect you very much. I thought you were sluggish out there today. I didn't think you were really into this fight the way I'd expected you would be. Did you have any of that feeling within yourself?
No, I felt good going in. I felt good boxing. Only thing I found out in the ring, the guy was very awkward, and he was kind of hard to get to. He was coming out with funny punches, funny hooks and whatnot, and that made him real awkward. That's why it took me as long as it did to catch up with him. But he's a good fighter, and I see why he's the champion of Europe now, because he's very awkward. He got a funny left jab, and he throws a funny right hand, so this is what made it a little harder for me to get to him.
Your next fight, then, will be against Leroy Jones.
Yeah, I want Leroy. I want to fight Leroy on my way to fighting John Tate. I'm the fighting champion. I want to be a people champion. I want to give all fighters the opportunity to fight for the heavyweight championship. This is what all people suspect me to do. I like to say something. I like to say hi to my Reverend Jacobs and Roy Jacobs and Dave Jacobs, Leonard's trainer. And I like to say hi to my kids and my wife and my mother and everybody, and say hi to them back home in Easton.
All right. I have one final question to ask you. You showed little of your own movement against Zanon. Why?
Well, that's because he was so awkward and I wanted to confuse him. I want him to come to me. If I start dancing, he might come to me. But he didn't care about that. He's a veteran fighter. He knows what he is. He's been in there with the best, so he knew what to suspect.
Okay. Congratulations.
My JC award, all the members of the JC, hey, your man, Larry Holmes, is right here with Howard Cosell.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you, Howard.
So that's the story here. And Larry told you that he's the European champion. We have, Zanon, we have told you the truth about that. He is not presently.
Round 1. And after a long wait, a long series of introductions, both men finally do battle. Both men in dark trunks. If you're watching in color, Quarry in the green trunks. Patterson, black trunks with white trim. Patterson, of course, twice the heavyweight champion of the world, and immediately John Thomas notices a few loose strings on around the right glove, and he immediately pulls them away. So the alert referee avoiding any possible cut by pulling away the loose strands. Patterson, 46 victories, 5 defeats. His losses all to champions. Joey Maxim in an 8-rounder, the former light heavyweight champion. To Ingemar Johansson when he lost the title in '59. Twice to Sonny Liston on 1-round knockouts, and to Cassius Clay. 46 victories. Quarry, 10 years younger at 22 years of age, has won 23. He's lost only once, and that to the veteran Eddie Machin on a 10-round decision. He has fought to 3 draws, 1 to Tony Doyle, 2 to Tony Alanchi. Quarry in the white shoes has an extremely powerful left hook. Most of his knockouts, and he has knocked out half of his opponents, have been with that left hand. Patterson hits well with both hands and has scored many of his KOs with that same left hook, including the big victory over Johansson in their return match. Some interesting contrasts. It was Patterson who defeated an aging veteran, Archie Moore, for the then vacated heavyweight title when Rocky Marciano retired. Now tonight in Los Angeles, he risks his number 4 rating against the youngster rated number 10, Jerry Quarry. Patterson, of course, in his youth, was able to defeat Moore and win the title in Chicago in November of 1956. It was a 5-round knockout, 5th-round knockout. Both men extremely cautious in this first round as they feel each other out. Patterson, 1 pound heavier. The actual weigh-in today at noon had Patterson at 194 and Quarry at 193. Solid left hook by Quarry, the first sharp blow that's landed in this first round. Quarry's last 2 fights have been with veteran heavyweights. Brian London, he defeated London in 10 rounds. And Alex Mitev of Argentina, he KO'd Mitev in 3. But he has fought no one of the stature of Patterson. Final seconds of round 1. Round 2. Jerry Quarry in the white shoes. Floyd Patterson. As you can see, Patterson not using that extreme peekaboo style, although he still operates basically from that position. Patterson has admitted to willingly opening up more than he did in the past. He is willing to gamble now and then and look for the knockout punch himself. And of course, in so doing, in so gambling, Quarry fans have hoped that Quarry might be able to shoot that left hook home. And Patterson opens up for the first time, and Quarry counters well with the left hand. So Patterson with his first flurry. But the one punch that landed was Quarry's. Left hand by Patterson.
Dick, as we mentioned earlier, I was most impressed with Floyd's.
Quarry drops Patterson with a left hook. 1 minute, 15 seconds gone in round 2. And Patterson, his eyes appear to be clear. A little foggy. He has a surprised expression on his face. as he takes the mandatory 8 count, and he tasted that left hook of Quarry's halfway through round 2. Oh, like a lightning bolt here in the Coliseum. Quarry unleashed that left hand, but he does not follow. Coliseum, 20,000 plus watching. Patterson's been thrown twice in this round. A left hook sent him down first, and then a right hand, and he's hanging on for dear life. 50 seconds remaining in round 3, and Jerry Quarry shooting for a knockout. Patterson in deep trouble. He's been down twice in this round. Quarry trying to put him away.
Question about it.
25 seconds. But Quarry not following up completely. 15 seconds remaining in round 2. Patterson down twice in this round. And this big crowd on its feet in the closing seconds of round 2. Floyd Patterson trying to dance stay away. They worked over him feverishly between rounds, and Patterson's eyes appear to be clear now. Quarry using that left hand to start the trouble for Patterson. It was a one-punch knockdown, and then before Patterson could recover, it was a right hand that sent him down the second time.
Taking a peek at the Patterson corner coming up for that round, Dick, it was Floyd himself who put his mouthpiece, placed his mouthpiece into his mouth, rather than have the trainer do it. He seems to be clear once again.
You might recall that against Ingemar Johansson, Patterson was in serious trouble, but rallied to win by knockout and recover his crown that he had lost to the Swede. So Patterson, the cagey veteran, will now have to fight uphill, but certainly has the capacity to recover, as he has shown in the past. 1 minute gone in round 3.
Dick, one thing I've noticed in young Quarry this evening is a great improvement in the delivery of his right cross.
He's keeping those elbows in close to the body and getting his hips into his punches. Halfway through round 3. Floyd honest in a hurry with that short left hook. Oh, this is shaping into a dandy. Seconds remaining in round 3. Patterson's showing his savvy inside. Patterson. He still has those fast hands, doesn't he? Final and perhaps wins that round. Jerry Quarry apologizing for the tardy blow, goes to the corner, and with him here's Mickey Davies.
Take a fast peek into the corner of the young fighting Irishman from Bellflower. Here's Johnny Floyd giving instructions.
Don't pull away from this guy. Yes. He starts to bombard, close up on him. Don't give him no room. You hear? Don't give him no room is right on that bombardment deal. Understand? He hurts you done, huh? Wherever he moves, lead with the left hand, sneak the right hand. You'll set him up for the left. He made his big move. Okay, that's right.
Jerry was asked by manager John Flores if he was hurt in that round. He shook his head. No, I was not hurt.
So Quarry, after winning impressively round 2, perhaps lost that round to Patterson as Floyd recovers well. All right, we go to round 4. Dick Enberg and Mickey Davies at ringside at the Los Angeles Coliseum. More than 20,000 fans for this one. Floyd, Patterson, and Jerry Quarry. Patterson, the ex-heavyweight champion, down twice in round 2. Patterson has fought 3 times in the last 2 years. In 1966, he KO'd Henry Cooper in London in 4. In 1967, 2 knockout victories, Willie Johnson in 4, Bill McMurray in 1. So his last 3 victories have been by knockout. To the body, the more effective. And for the first time this evening, one of the fighters uses the left jab. They've been basically going with the crosses and hooks. Halfway through round 4. Patterson blocking that left hand.
In prepping for this contest this evening, Dick, Floyd tells us that he boxed 65 rounds, while the other young Irishman from Bellflower put in 50 rounds of boxing down in San Jacinto, California.
Put your arm out of Floyd. Put it out. Let's go.
Open the cut over the right eye of Quarry with that left hand. And it looks to be serious. It could be a very serious cut. That left hand, when Patterson jumped off his feet to fire the hook, opened a cut over the eye of Quarry, and that could very well be a factor in this fight. 40 seconds remaining in round 4, and we'll watch it closely. It appears to be serious. It's on the outside of the right eye, and is bleeding heavily. You see it now. Seconds remaining in round 4, and John Thomas, the referee, is now watching that eye very closely. So the corner of Quarry will have plenty to do at the end of this round. Final seconds tick off in round 4. There's Jerry Quarry. They worked on that cut eye. It's the right eye, and we asked referee John Thomas, who inspected it between rounds. We asked John, how bad is it? He said, it's bad. So it definitely is a factor. Floyd Patterson, the veteran, will be shooting at it. And Patterson opening up. And perhaps that is the youngster Quarry's best chance. If Patterson's willing to gamble and open up, Quarry might be able to land with a big one, too, and then the eye wouldn't make much difference. It would figure that Floyd might want to stay away and peck away at that eye, jab at it, work at it.
Combination kick by the former heavyweight champion.
The right eye of Quarry has not reopened, so they did a good job.
Teddy Bentham of New York, one of the top cornermen and cutmen in the business, is working with Quarry this evening.
Halfway through round 5. For those of you who have never seen Quarry before on our network, Quarry has not fought well after round 5. Basically, he's been a 5-round fighter and has been extremely effective early. But whenever the fight has gone beyond 5, Quarry's effectiveness has seemingly decreased with each round. Patterson may have that in mind, although he's never seen Quarry fight. He knows about it. Quarry using the right hand and landing.
Jerry now has a cut on the outside of his mouth, Dick.
And the eye cut is now bleeding again. 30 seconds remaining in round 5. We approach the halfway mark of the scheduled 10-rounder. Patterson took Quarry's best left hand and countered well. And Patterson now in complete control. Final seconds of round 5. To his eye, while Floyd Patterson on the other side of the ring just relaxed there, leans back and rinses his mouth. He has to feel good the way things are going at this point, Mickey.
He seems to have taken command now, Dick, as you said. Working in the corner with the former heavyweight champion of the world is his trainer, Ernie Fowler, along with Richie Norton. On the other corner with the boy from Bellflower, California, Johnny Flores, the co-manager, along with Julio Flores and Teddy Bentham.
To complete the story on Patterson, as we look at him on the left, he compared boxing with loving a woman. He said, if you love a woman very much and you know you're going to lose her someday, you wouldn't give her up. You would want to stay with her as much as you can. He says, that's the way I feel about boxing. Patterson saying he loves boxing. He loves the sounds. He loves the smells. It has been his life, and he has become a very successful young man because of boxing. And he says he does not want to give it up until he feels that he is not a credit to it. And certainly to this point at 32, Patterson has been a credit. Round 6. In case you joined us late, Jerry Quarry had Patterson down twice in round 2. First with a left, then with a right. But Patterson opened a cut over the right eye of Quarry in round 3, and since that time, Patterson has been in control, and the eye of Quarry not improving any.
The former heavyweight champion, Dick, has 3 brothers who are active in boxing. In fact, one of them now, Ray, is campaigning over in Europe. His other 2 brothers, Billy and Frank, were very active in the business.
Patterson scored well in exactly that same spot. earlier in the fight. And he lands a good right hand, catching Quarry, walking straight in. You saw that one perhaps better than most of the 20,000 plus at the Coliseum. Quarry bleeding from the mouth and from the right eye. Patterson unmarked.
Patterson's chief second and trainer, Ernie Fowler, yelling from the corner, "Don't wait, Floyd, don't wait."
Patterson has enjoyed great success inside. Watch the veteran work here. Able to hammer home a right hand. And a solid left to the body. Vicious hook to the body of Patterson. And another. Two best body punches of the fight. Those two left hooks thrown by Quarry at Patterson. Final minute now, round 6. Coliseum in Los Angeles, Floyd Patterson, after kissing the canvas twice in round 2, has rallied well, and opening cuts in the mouth and over the right eye of Jerry Quarry, has won the advantage in most of the rounds since round 3 in the eyes of many of the ringside observers. Al Bolin, the manager working closely as an agent with Floyd Patterson, commented that as far as he can recall, that's one of the few times that Patterson has ever been knocked down in a non-title fight, and he said he had to go all the way back to the 3rd fight in Patterson's career, just a youngster, when he was knocked down in a non-title bout. Short right hand of Patterson. Was a similar left hook that Patterson just missed with that opened that cut over the eye in round 3 as he sprung from a crouch and fired the left hand, landing right in the eye. A right hand right on the button of Patterson. And Quarry may have hurt Patterson again. It was a solid right cross, and Patterson is hanging on. To get away from the veteran, who wisely works him closely inside.
Jerry feinted with the right hand to the body and took it right over the top, Dick, and found the mark.
And again, Patterson gains quick respect for the youngster Quarry. One minute remaining in round 7.
Teddy Bentham, working in the corner of Jerry Quarry, has done a remarkable job of patching up the lacerated right eye as well as his mouth, Dick. A fine job.
Ooh, a vicious left to the midsection of Patterson. Those punches, of course, are missed by the folks sitting way back here at the Coliseum, but most evident here at ringside. Final seconds now of round 7. Quarry down. In the closing seconds, you can't be saved by the bell. He'll take the mandatory 8 count, and then the bell will ring. There it is, the end of round 7. And we go to the corner of Jerry Quarry. Mickey, did you see the blow that finally sent him to the canvas?
Actually, it looked like from where I'm sitting here, Dick, it looked like a right hand followed by a left hook. And they were both exchanging punches at the time. And Jerry is well on his winning the round, I thought, anyway, when he was nailed at the end of the round and dropped the deck.
Actually, our position here at ringside, we were screened from the punch. Quarry had his back to us, and you could just see the flailing arms of Patterson. It appeared to be his short right hand that dropped him. But perhaps on the videotape check or in the interview after the fight, we'll be able to determine that. All right, we're down to the final 3 rounds now, and Patterson rallying in what appeared to be a winning round for Quarry to drop the youngster. That's the 3rd knockdown of the fight. The first 2 go to Quarry in round 2. Round 8, 3 to go. Be interesting to see how much damage Patterson accomplished with that knockdown at the end of round 7. It was fortunate for Quarry that it came at the end of the round, because Patterson was unable to follow up immediately, and Quarry now has had a full minute to recover.
Stick is to fake a right-hand lead, have his opponent pull back, and he latches out with that left hook. He follows through right through with a left hook.
Patterson now with Quarry pinned against the rope, scoring well. That punching room, Quarry unable to land cleanly. Quarry had Patterson down twice in round 2. And then in the closing seconds of round 7, Patterson nailed Quarry and dropped him to the canvas with the mandatory 8 count. Quarry, since round 3, has been suffering from a cut right eye. Although his corner has done a good job of patching it up, it has been a factor. And Patterson now enjoying good advantage, working inside. Now Quarry attempts to spin him, but the veteran Patterson is ready for the technique. This big crowd of over 20,000 fans has been treated to a dandy heavyweight scrap. Quarry surprising Patterson early. Patterson coming back and has been the stronger of the 2 in the late round. It would appear, unless Quarry can rally in the final 2 rounds, that Patterson is on his way to a decision victory. But it's close enough that it could go either way at this point.
Once again, Jerry Quarry's eyes reopened.
Final seconds now of round 8. Round 9, we're in the final 6 minutes. Must figure that he is ahead on points. And from his style here early in round 9, it would appear that he might gone in round 9. And that right hand was not flush, although it brought a cheer from the fans farther back. Through round 9. Quarry opening up, and again it's that body shot with the left hand that was the best punch of the exchange. And regardless of the outcome of this fight, Quarry has gained great respect from Patterson, and certainly those who know the capabilities of Patterson.
Lightning-like fists of Floyd Patterson.
50 seconds remaining in round 9. It's been a good heavyweight 10-rounder.
Once again, Dick, a pat on the back for the fine catch-up work in Jerry's corner, formed by Teddy Bentham. An excellent job.
And also kudos to referee John Thomas with another outstanding job. We near the close now of round 9. Davies has seen almost all of Quarry's 28 fights. Mickey, would you agree that this is Quarry's best performance, win, lose, or draw?
By far, Dick. He's been most impressive. And Mr. Al Fulham, whom you mentioned a while ago, an advisor to Floyd Patterson, said he's really surprised and he's amazed at the ability and the potential showed by this young Irish heavyweight.
10th and final round. Both men have been down. Patterson twice in round 2. And Quarry at the tail end of round 7. Solid left by Patterson. And Quarry catching Patterson coming in with a left hand. 1 minute gone in round 10. Through the final round. Well, it's been a good heavyweight match. Quarry trying to load up and get that one big one. Certainly ever dangerous. With 1 minute to go. 1 minute. Good combination by Quarry. The ropes. 30 seconds.
One of the finest heavyweight fights we've seen in years, Dick.
It's had a bit of everything. Patterson opening up in the final round, final seconds. 15 to go. Quarry caught by 7 years younger across the way is one to be reckoned with as a heavyweight in the future. Patterson tasted that left hook of Quarry's. It knocked him down in the second round. In the same round, after back on his feet, he was dropped by a right hand. But the veteran Patterson, boxing brilliantly, put Quarry down, and the exhausted Irishman across the way hit the canvas in round 7. He had a cut eye in round 3 that bothered him in the middle rounds, but by good corner work, his cutmen closed that wound in the late rounds. Quarry now comes over to congratulate Patterson. Jimmy Lennon collects the cards from referee John Thomas and the judges Dick Young and George Latka at ringside. And this crowd now sits back and awaits the decision. Clayton Fry, the commissioner, across the way now examines the 3 cards. Mickey Davies standing by will interview the winner. The decision, and here's the announcement.
All right, fans, we have a split decision. I would read the point totals. Judge Latka scores it 7-6 in favor of Jerry Quarry. Your referee, John Thomas, scores it 5-5. Dick Young, with the deciding ballot, sees it even 6-6. The decision is a draw.
Repeating again the scoring, 6-6, said Judge Dick Young. Referee John Thomas had it 5-5. You must win by a majority vote, since George Latka, the other judge, called it 7-6 in favor of Quarry. Quarry could not win the fight. He must win the ballots of at least 2 of the 3. So it is a draw. Patterson and Quarry at the Coliseum tonight. Dick Enberg for matchmaker Mickey Davies, thank you for being with us. We'll see you again next week.